Hey friends, I just wanted to make a quick little video about ratios in grade 6. I just want to talk just a little bit about the different representations of ratios in grade 6. So one of the representations is obviously pictorial. So for example, a ratio can be represented using diagrams. The diagrams do not need to include realistic details. For example, if a recipe for lemonade says mix 2 scoops of lemonade powder with 6 cups of water, you don't have to actually draw the cups and the scoops. You can use boxes. We call these math drawings because the goal of them is to represent your thinking, and it just needs to be efficient. Another representation is the double number line. So some key points about the double number line is that the zeros need to line up. So if I have 0 cups of sugar, I'm going to have 0 cups of lemonade mix. And then the proportions need to line up. So if I have 8 to 2, then I can cut both of those number lines in half and see that it's 4 to 1, or I can double or do different multiples of that unit rate. And then probably the most abstract is ratio tables. And one of the common misconceptions with ratio tables is a lot of times kiddos will see those rows as additive. And it's really important that we talk about how it's multiplicative from left to right. And so because it's multiplicative, we can use division to find the unit rate. So in this particular example, it's 1.5 cups of sugar to 1 cup of flour. That's the unit rate. And the unit rate would be 1.5 cups of sugar for every cup of flour. So every time I multiply a flour by 1.5, I'm going to get the cups of sugar. So they're going to look at this and they're going to say, oh, I just add 2 every time. Yes, that is a nice observation, and that's true for this table, but we don't always jump row to row evenly, and so it's really important that they see it as a multiplicative pattern and not an additive pattern. And if they struggle with that idea, you can just bring them to some sort of real world context, like a recipe or mixing paint. And if you have a particular ratio, if you add, 2 cups to both sides, are you going to get the same color? Are you going to get the same flavor? Are you going to get the same taste? So that's a good way to get them to see that the pattern is multiplicative. If you have any other ideas or concepts that you'd like us to cover, by all means, reach out and we'll make a short little video about it. Thank you and have a gorgeous day.